Hey, what's up, traders? Mike here with the watch list video. Let me get the date right for Monday, April 17th. On Friday, the SPY ended up closing about where it opened. I think the Dow was down like 140 points or something like that. But some of these small caps are making amazing moves. Let's hope it continues. Don't want to jinx anything, but let's hope it continues. One of my favorite calls in chat was just on Friday was by Robin, even though look at this MRAI nasty shooting star reversal ugly candle. But for a day trader, hang on, there's the opening 5-minute candle. Then it came back down, took out the low of day, and then right back up. Robin's idea right back through 250. Second mouse half number inflection point with the high of day just above on a stock that's in the AI space. And look what happens. Boom. Within what? 10 minutes, it's up to 340. Comes back down. But this is where we're buying and we're selling into that strength. That's why I love day trading. And great heads up by Robin. A lot of pullback opportunities on some of these stocks as well on Friday. So anyway, let's go into what we're watching for possible trades on Monday. Now, NOGN, you can't see anything here because everything's all lumped together, so I'll have to zoom in. Back here, made some move that I don't think anybody knew why, from 265 to 1064, but then came right back down. Now you've got a whole bunch of bag holders, right? Because it was 10 million shares on this day, so it's kind of been chopping around sideways since, but I would still refer to this as a nice breakout on Friday. And I think it got lumped into the AI space as well. Let me pan out and show you the intraday action. So gapped up, sold off, finally took out the high of day and was a total chop fest the rest of the day. But got big volume, right? More than on this day and a pretty strong close. So, and in the AI space, it definitely goes on watch for Monday. NOTE, I like this chart, had a big volume spike back here to 283. I've been talking about this in a few videos lately. It's been chopping around and finally tried to break out on Friday, topped out at 280. So you've got 280 and you've got 283 as potential catalysts for a hopefully bigger breakout on Monday. Hopefully we get an A+ setup in it because as you guys know, I don't hold overnight. So just looking for day trades. OBLG got lumped into the AI space as well on Friday and had a big pop. I was looking at this. I almost never hang around on Fridays for after hours, but in after hours, this thing did break through 3, which is where I would have been looking for it. And I think went all the way to almost 5. It went out in after hours at 364 though, so we'll see. I definitely like the looks of this one for a potential play on Monday. NIR, huge move. Near Intelligence Inc. I'm just going to assume that's AI as well, and absolutely ripped on Friday. We'll keep that one on radar. Got to go with what's hot, right? You got to go to those spaces where everything's moving. CNSP, I'm pretty sure nobody knows why in the hell this thing moved, right? And I said in chat, when on lunchtime Q&A or whatever, I said sometimes when there's no news, I generally try to stay away from them. But sometimes when there's no news, that's an actual catalyst for higher prices because people shorting these, people are very effective making money that short these low price, low float stocks, right? But every now and then something keeps going higher, and so then they get caught, right? And I don't short. I've seen people get absolutely destroyed shorting because think about it. If you're going long something, the worst that can happen is it can go to 0. If you short, say, CNSP at $1, well, you see what happened. It went to almost 350. And after hours, I think this even went up over 4. So you can lose more than 100% of your money that you shorted with. There's no limit to how high a stock can go. So, and we've all seen that. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe there was news, but I don't think there was. But again, sometimes there's no news and something's going higher. So you picture somebody shorting it, and picture it in your mind, and they're just going, "This is crazy. You can't keep going higher. I'm going to short more. I'm going to short more." And at some point, no matter, what's that old quote? A stock or the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent, right? So sometimes shorting it because it doesn't make sense that it's going higher are the actual ones that provide fuel for higher prices. Something to think about. So anyway, I did throw CNSP on the watch list. OCTO also had a nice pop, but closed well off its highs. But I do like the volume. Zoom in a little bit. I do think it's worth keeping an eye on. I'll show you the intraday if you weren't trading with us on Friday. It had a really nice move here from like 280 to whatever, 4.5, something like that, before kind of dwindling lower. But it was moving at a good clip, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. BBAI is another AI stock that sort of tried to break out over this consolidation on Friday, but gave a lot of it back. Definitely going to keep it on watch, though. GFAI you might be able to argue is the one that started it all. Had this crazy move, then this huge secondary move. Well, now we've got two massive red days. Somebody asked in chat on Friday, do you look at the daily buy zone for intraday reversals? And I said, I went on later in the day to point out this is a good example of it, right? If GFAI comes down and sells off again on Monday and gets down in this area, right, that buy zone between the blue and red line, somewhere down in here, I will absolutely be looking for an intraday reversal. But having said that, we don't know if it's even going to go lower. I am putting it on bounce watch because it was the massive mover that started all this. And then lastly, FRGT. On a very big list going into Monday. Really strong here, and then went to new recent highs. Now you've got a couple red days on lower volume. So it's a strong stock with recent good news. I'm putting that on bounce watch as well. I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see everybody in the chat room. Oh, as always, I forgot to say, we will add gappers together in the pre-market as we always do. We'll work together on that, and should be plenty of stocks to choose from to watch for A+ setups on an intraday basis on Monday. All right, have a good weekend.